Hey guys, Drew Schaefer. If you hear anything in the background, they're talking about Fantasy Live. So, um, sit Najee Harris, really? Okay, so today we got info predictions. Hopefully the camera and mic look good. I hit 100 subscribers on Drew Schaefer, so if you have not subscribed to that channel, please do so. You can also subscribe to this channel if you have not, or you can just stay and enjoy the video. I mean, works either way for me. This is probably my most uploaded to channel. It'll show in a little bit. Let's start it. Cole Kmet. Okay, so today, we're gonna do NFL predictions as you saw in the title. So we got week 17. Okay, so week 17 starts off tomorrow, Thursday Night Football, the 29th, I believe. Yes, 29th. I'm making this video at 12 a.m. So, almost 1. Okay, so Cowboys and Titans. Let's just start off. So Cowboys and Titans. Titans have been struggling. They've lost 5 games in a row, and the Cowboys barely did beat the Eagles. But the Eagles are a good team, regardless of who they start at quarterback. And I guess it just comes down to the running game, probably Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott versus Derrick Henry, and I'm gonna say Cowboys 38-14. I'm gonna try and edit this video. Hopefully, I do, and there will be stuff like right here, maybe, or right here, like the scores and over and under. So, um, I'm just gonna tell you the score. So, Cowboys 38, Titans 14. It's gonna be a blowout probably. Thursday Night Football has not been good this season. It's fine though. Falcons and Cardinals. If this game is the only game you can watch, don't watch it, okay? I don't care if you haven't watched football season. Don't watch this game in particular. It's going to suck. It's going to suck, I promise. Falcons and Cardinals. Cardinals are starting Trace McSorley or Colt McCoy, whichever one is going to start. And Desmond Ridder starting for the Falcons. So, without further ado, Falcons, Cardinals. Cardinals have struggled. Falcons have struggled. They're both out of playoff contention, so this game doesn't really matter. But if you haven't watched a game all season, I was just joking. If you haven't watched a game all season, this is the only game you can watch. I'd recommend you watch it. Okay, so Falcons and Cardinals. It's gonna be a boring one, but maybe it'll be a good game. Watch it be a good game. Now that I said it's gonna be terrible, so I'm gonna say Falcons 13, Cardinals 6. The over under should be up here. I think that the McCoy and McSorley under 150 yards. I think that'll be accurate because backup quarterbacks don't really throw much, and the Falcons' defense is okay. But I don't know. And then obviously you can see Desmond Ridder. I think over 100 total yards. I'm pretty sure he'll get over 100 total yards. Of course, he doesn't really do much. Bears Lions. This is gonna be a good one probably. So Lions Bears. The Bears haven't won a game in a long time. The Lions lost last week to a Panthers with a surprisingly good running game. They just ran all over the Lions. They had over like 200 yards rushing. I have the Lions 24-21. Justin Fields over 150 yards. I'm pretty sure he'll do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did it against the Bills. So, and Jared Goff over 200 yards. Bears passing attack defense has not the Bears passing defense has not been great. This game kind of has playoff implications for the Lions. If they win it, they win it, and they stay in playoff contention. If they lose, then they're probably out of playoff contention, I'd assume. Broncos Chiefs. This game might also be a snooze fest, depending on maybe what last time happened. What happened where the Chiefs just sucked in the second half, and Russell Wilson almost came back. Okay, so now the Broncos Chiefs, obviously, it's gonna be a boring one to watch unless the Chiefs and Broncos make it interesting. That's up to them. I have the Chiefs 31-10. Wilson under 100 to under 200 yards might be a little too much. Under 200 yards, I'm not sure about that. And then Mahomes over 300 yards, that's also a little much, but considering that the Broncos passing defense sucks, yeah, they're probably gonna have over 300 yards. Dolphins, Patriots, this one might be a good one. It does have playoff implications. They're both fighting for a playoff spot. Miami has the last one, and the Patriots, I'm pretty sure, like the last one looking in, last one out looking in. So this will be an important game for the playoffs. I have the Dolphins winning at 16-14. Bridgewater under 200 yards is a little bit of a statement. And Jones under 200 yards. Miami's defense has sucked the past few weeks, but maybe, I don't know. I've never done over unders, and I'll just try it for this video, and if it works, it works. And maybe I can get some right. My predictions will tell you otherwise. Colts Giants. It's the Colts and the Giants. This game is probably going to be boring to watch, but since I'm a Colts fan, I have to sit for all the pain, and just watching us lose to the Giants in New York is going to be tough. But 35-10. Fools under 150 yards. Pretty self-explanatory. He didn't have 150 yards against the Chargers defense, and the Giants defense is just like the Chargers defense. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So depending on what we see, we see. And then Jones over 200 yards. Pretty self-explanatory. Colts defense has sucked this season. I think that's pretty accurate. Eagles Saints. Saints still technically in the playoff race, but they are the last ones that even have a chance. And they're facing the Eagles. So depending on if Hurts or Minshew starts, over 250 yards for sure. And Andy Dalton is going to probably go over 200 yards as well. Of course, the Eagles' defense is pretty good, but they've struggled a little bit in the past few weeks. They let 40 to Dallas, and they made it close against the Bears team, which the Bears are the Bears, don't get me wrong, but the Bears suck. Panthers and Bucks, this one is going to be a good one to watch if you have nothing else to do on Sunday. And this is one of the games you can watch. Panthers and Buccaneers. Whoever wins this game most likely takes control of the division going into Week 18. And if the Panthers win, they are still in and they will take the lead. And if the Buccaneers win, they will lock up the division and securing their playoff spot for the third straight season. I have the Panthers winning. Panthers have looked much improved. Their running attack was great against Detroit. Sam Darnold has looked alright as well. Buccaneers have been struggling. They barely beat the third-string Cardinals quarterback, Trace McSorley. It went down to overtime. If the Cardinals weren't stupid, the Panthers would have the lead of the division right now. 21-10. Darnold over 150 yards. Brady under 200 yards. Brady under 200 yards might be something bad. I'm going to turn that off. Put something else on real fast. Okay, so we're back, and we have the Browns and Commanders. Commanders are starting Carson Wentz over Taylor Heinicke. Taylor Heinicke's being benched after his sluggish performance in San Francisco a week ago. I think the Commanders will get it done. 21-3. Browns have struggled to move the ball. Deshaun under 150 yards is self-explanatory. And Wentz over 200 yards is also self-explanatory. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. Now I got the Jags and the Texans. Jaguars obviously fighting. They have the division lead. And the Texans have looked much improved. Now, of course, the Jaguars can secure the division with a win and a Titans loss. And I'm pretty sure the Titans can do the same with a Jags loss and a win, but I don't think Tennessee's going to win their matchup. So the Jags with a chance to clinch the division. To me, they're not going to do it. The Texans are going to win 23-20. Lawrence over 200 yards for sure, and Mills over 150 yards for sure. Texans are going to get done 23-20. The 49ers and the Raiders. Raiders are technically in the playoff picture. However, they have to win out, and a lot of stuff has to happen, which, let's be realistic, not happening. Derek Carr being benched for Jarrett Stidham. It's pretty interesting, though. So, I have the 49ers winning 24-7. 24-7 is not the best score, but they do get it done. The 49ers. Brock Purdy over 150 yards, and Jarrett Stidham under 150 yards as well. And now we go to the second sheet, because I couldn't fit it all into one paper. We got the Jets and the Seahawks both sitting at 7-8, both still in playoff contention. Jets, Seahawks. Mike White will be back, and Zach Wilson will not even get a chance to back up Mike White. It will be Joe Flacco backing up Mike White just in case. And the Seahawks, Geno Smith, he's looked terrible over the past few weeks. Jets are going to win this one 17-14. Over-unders, I don't need to say anything about this except this makes sense and this makes sense. Vikings and Packers. The Vikings have locked up the division, and they still have a chance to get the number one spot in the playoffs in that sweet, sweet bye week. Heading into the wild card round, they will not have to play until the divisional round. And the Packers, who have done pretty good the past few weeks, and were able to sneak out a win against the Dolphins in Miami. The Vikings are going to win 31-28, obviously. Over, under, I think this will be a good game. Rams and Chargers. Rams aren't playing for anything, and the Chargers really aren't playing for anything either. Chargers obviously clinching their playoff spot, and the Rams are eliminated from playoff contention. I still think it's going to be a good game, though. I think it's going to be Chargers 38-35, so the Chargers are winning the LA Bowl. Technically, that's what it's called. I'm going to call it the LA Bowl, because they're both LA teams. And then on Sunday Night Football, Steelers, Ravens, pretty good matchup. The Ravens have clinched a playoff spot, and they want to win the division, but the Steelers are in their path. Steelers have looked good. They snuck out a win against the Raiders. No, they haven't looked the best, but they've looked better than they have at the start of the season. Kenny Pickett has been amazing. Okay, so Steelers, Ravens. I have the Steelers winning 16-13. I think the Steelers could make the playoffs. And if they do make the playoffs, I'll probably root for them. I mean, 2 years in a row, they barely snuck in if this happens. So, interesting. 16-13 Steelers. Ravens obviously not going to have Lamar back, most likely. So, Tyler Huntley will be starting. Monday Night Football, probably the best Monday Night Football game we've had all year. Last week's Monday Night Football game was a snooze fest. Bills and Bengals. This is going to be a good one to watch. Maybe I'm overhyping this a bit. The Bills and the Bengals. This has a chance to be one of the best games of the season. Let's just stop talking about it. Let's get into predictions here. Bills win 45-42 over the Bengals. And I think that makes sense. Over-unders up here. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this video. If not, well, I don't care. It's just a video. So, see you guys in the next video, whatever it is. And goodbye.